Anyone who's seen so much as one of my Dead by Daylight streams knows that I've wanted an Alien crossover for years, as I mention it every chance I get. Well, my wish has finally come true. Behavior has now announced an Alien chapter, with more information coming on August 8th. People are understandably excited to see this iconic horror franchise take its place in what is pretty much a horror multiverse these days, but we're still left to wonder, what should we expect? I made a video like this when the first Resident Evil chapter was teased, and not to brag, but I nailed it, so let's see how wrong or right I am this time. Behavior pretty much confirmed already that the killer will be none other than the Xenomorph, which is pretty obvious. It wouldn't be much of an Alien chapter without the alien itself. As for who the survivor might be, we don't quite know yet, but the one that would make the most sense is of course Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver in the original movie series. Considering that she reprised her role in the DLC for the game Alien Isolation, it's not unlikely that she'd do the same for Dead by Daylight. There are other possible survivors, of course, but I personally doubt it. There's no other character in the franchise as iconic as Ellen, aside from maybe the Xenomorph. And since it's confirmed that the chapter will include both a killer and a survivor, it just makes sense to have the most well-known character fill this role. As we've seen in the past, whenever a licensed franchise makes its way into Dead by Daylight, the characters introduced tend to be easily recognizable. We don't know for certain if there will be a map, but I think it's safe to say there will be, as the teaser does show the interior of the Nostromo, the ship from the first movie. With that probably being the most notorious location in the franchise, this would make sense to me, especially if they want another indoor sci-fi map to replace the Hawkins lab. Good riddance. I was going to talk about the possibility of an outdoor map and what such a location may look like, but I really don't think there's a point. Thanks to the in-transmission chapter, we now already have an outdoor map set on an alien planet anyway. The hardest thing to predict is what abilities and perks the characters will have. I've speculated about what power the Xenomorph would have for a long time now, and I'm expecting the ability to crawl through vents. Something similar to either Sadako's TVs, where they spawn at the start of the match, or like Demogorgon's little ground sphincter portals where they can be placed by the killer. As we clearly already have variations of this ability, however, it would have to play a bit differently. For example, the moment you hop out of a vent, if any survivors are within a small radius of it, they get swiped by the tail. Just a silly suggestion. Facehuggers would be a cool inclusion as well, and one that I could see would either work a bit like the Twins, where the player takes control, or like Nemesis zombies, where they roam the map and go after whoever's close enough. Maybe the Xenomorph can lay eggs. Disgusting. And if you walk past them as a survivor, they hatch. Maybe after being attacked by a facehugger, there would be a meter or timer, kind of like pig bear trap helmets. But instead, you have to somehow get the chest burster inside of you out before, well, your chest bursts. As for the survivor, assuming it's Ripley, the perks could be stealth and repair focused. It's tough to think of anything specific here, but I would love to be able to get a flamethrower as a temporary item. Kinda like Leon's flashbang, where you can use it to stun or blind the killer. Or maybe we could even get help by Best Boy Jonesy in order to spot the Xenomorph or locate chests and generators. Just some more silly suggestions. Wild ideas aside, no matter if I'm right or wrong, this is exciting news for all Dead by Daylight and Alien fans out there. And I think one thing is for certain. We're all interested in seeing what the Xenomorph's Mori will be like. What are your predictions and thoughts on the upcoming Alien chapter? Do you agree or disagree with me? Please let me know in the comments below, and thanks so much for watching. If you're interested, I often stream Dead by Daylight over on my Twitch alongside a plethora of other games, so feel free to stop by sometime. Fair warning though, I am a filthy Wesker main, with emphasis on filthy. You don't even know the meaning of filthy until you see me play Wesker. Just trust me on this one, okay? Bye-bye.